Set dial.
Garrett J. White, the authentic entrepreneur, coming at you real, coming at you raw, coming at you relevant. And this, my friends, is the business breakthrough. Well, it's Fulfillment Friday, and we're going to talk about what happens at the end of that process across that glorious opportunity of personal branding, creating your products, marketing, selling it. And then comes the greatest opportunity and dilemma. The opportunity is to fulfill. The dilemma is to fulfill. See, you can't just sell stuff and not fulfill. That doesn't go over very well anywhere in the marketplace, online or offline. If you sell stuff and you don't fulfill, people are like, screw you, I hate your stuff. I don't want anything to do with it ever again. But your fulfillment is important. This is what we call really the backstage side of the front stage party. Marketing and sales and product creation and personal branding and all the rest of this is the front stage. It's like going to a play, right? So you go into the play and maybe it's a Nutcracker. It's a Christmas time, you go with your family, it's people in little tights and guys in little tights, and you're kind of like, wow, you know, I don't know if I could really do what that guy does, but hey, maybe it's good. You know, good for him. He can jump like 20 feet in the air. But nonetheless, in that game, you've got the front stage of what's going on in the ballet. But the most important part of what front stage gets is what's going on backstage. Now, I first learned about this by a guy named Dan Sullivan, who was a coach of mine and a strategic coach. And he taught us that every process in fulfillment deals with two sides of a game. There's the front stage and the backstage. Now, the same ballet we're talking about, Nutcracker, right? So there's a ballerina's that's going on the front stage. But backstage, there's support. There's the orchestra. There's the people dealing with the little weighted things that go up and down. I don't even know if they really have weighted things, but I remember seeing weighted things one time in a movie, and so that thought came to me. But there are people on the backstage who are prompting people to go out, coming in, coordinating the whole effort, in and out and in and out and in and out. So you look at your business. Have you ever looked at your business in fulfillment from two stages? The show that everybody sees on the front and then the go on the back end? Do you understand that your back end is just as important as your front end? And that your back end, if it doesn't match your front end, causes you all kinds of dilemma and grief. So when you look at your products and you look at what you're offering the marketplace, and when you look at what your business is bringing to the world right now, what is your system for fulfilling? What does the customer support look like? What does the online contact look like? What does tech support look like? What kind of products are you delivering, and how are you going to fulfill on these? Now, I didn't used to look at fulfillment as a really big deal. I always looked at the front stage party because that's kind of my character. It's like, yay! Poof, poof, poof. Then there was carnage on the back end, which was all the systems and techniques and how to deal with them on the back end. But then over the last couple of years, I started to see that there was a big problem in my businesses, and the big problem is that my fulfillment, though I tried my best, was not systematized. Did you hear that word? Systematized. Now, there's two different words that you can use in fulfillment. One is systematized and one is sequenced. So if you look at your business, understand that there's two things going on. When the actress comes on or the ballerina comes on and does part of her front of show, on the front stage, there's something that correlates to the backstage support. So as she's dancing over here, there's someone on the backside that's supporting her. Now, if you look at your business and you say, okay, cool, so we've got our performers on the front stage. I've got let's relate this football. I've got my football players on the field playing the game. Who are the coaches supporting them? And if you look at your process, if you're playing on both games, you're both the ballerina, congratulations. And if you are the back person who is supporting yourself being a ballerina, congratulations. If that's the case, then you need to have a clear system in how you're delivering value on the front and how you're delivering value on the back, as Dan Sullivan calls it, the front stage and the back stage of your process, and how these two link together. Now, the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking more about this idea of how front stage and backstage link together and some different strategies and techniques you can use. But one of the exercises I want you to take in here in this business breakthrough is I want you to look and stand back really far for a moment and look down on your business and say, what activities are our front stage activities, or marketing, sales, etc., and what does our current system look like that's supporting that front stage activity? If right now the answer is, I don't have a clue, that's a problem. And you're going to take a look at that immediately and look at what the backstage support looks like. Fulfillment creates the finances. Without the fulfillment side of things, the marketing and the sales and all that, well, it's overrated because the quality is lost. And in today's marketplace, with the onset of the internet, guess what? You cannot hide for long if your stuff sucks. So fulfillment is a game you get to take a focus on. So chime in, look at your business, see where you're missing things right now, and chime in down below here and give us an idea, some comments about where maybe the gaps are in yours, and or maybe share with the group about where your backside is supporting your front side. This is Garrett J. White, and this has been The Business Breakthrough.